We got CJ up next. He's doing the sports segment.
Let's talk about some sports. First of all, everyone, how y'all doing tonight? Glad everyone's well. Other than that, we got to talk about some issues the Baltimore Ravens are having on the offseason. I'm not sure if anyone is realizing, but Justin Tucker is still in trouble right now. It's unfortunate, but there's 7 more massage therapists that's accusing him of sexual misconduct. So Justin Tucker is actually a kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, and now there's about 16 massage therapists that's accusing him of misconduct. Kind of remind me of Deshaun Watson a little bit with his
Yeah,
massage
yeah.
therapy.
I was about to say the same thing. It sounded like some Deshaun Watson type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know how it's gonna look, but we'll see what happens. I'm here to judge people on their sports ability, not their court stuff. So all I can say is hopefully he works it out with the court system or something, it's just whatever. But no one really thought that Justin Tucker was capable of doing stuff like this just because of the way, he is. He's a kicker, and people don't expect kickers to have that kind of mentality. But a lot of people are going to
Um,
start to think that football players are sort of like bullies to a degree. 'Cause I was hoping Ellis was on because I had to ask him a question about Aaron Rodgers, but that's for another time. Um,
you
what
already
you
know.
call it? Yeah, I've been waiting for Ellis. I can't wait to see him on this thing about Aaron Rodgers. Boy, woo! Can't wait. But other than that, yeah. And then another guy from the Baltimore Ravens is in trouble with the law too. I believe it was yesterday he got a DUI. His name is Ben Cleveland, a guard from
Damn.
from the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
So from what I've read, he blew a .178. So
Damn. He got a lot
you
of
got
shit
two
going on.
you got two people already in trouble for the Baltimore Ravens. So hopefully they're just hoping Lamar Jackson don't get in trouble. That's what they hoping.
Yeah, he's a key player right there. You know that.
That's all they're hoping for. So has
Right.
anyone here huh?
Now you got
Yo,
that.
senior,
What's on
how are
you?
they? Let me ask you a question, bro. How are they still? They really gave him a breathalyzer.
Yeah, the Baltimore Ravens. He plays guard, and
Well, I thought they already proved that's not even legitimate.
I don't know. It was in Georgia though,
Oh
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Georgia got different laws.
They're different.
Yeah, he was down
You're
in
right.
Georgia, and yeah, it was sad. It was like wow, it was like all these players in Baltimore are getting in trouble now, right in the off season. So we'll see what happens because they want to get to the Chiefs. They want to get to the Super Bowl. So in order for them to get to the Super Bowl, they got to stay. They got to stay on the good path, especially in the off season, just to make sure they can compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, so we'll see what happens. But how does everyone feel about the All Star game? Has anyone watched it?
Definitely watch the game.
Yeah, how'd you like it?
The format, I think, is going to get changed. I mean, there are certain rules I think they could implement, like in regards to like if I recall, it was like up to like the first team who gets to 40 wins the game. I think it should be like gets to 100, but it'd be like real all-stars. And then perhaps they should penalize the losers or I don't know, some positive reinforcement to get them to actually play the game. Because even though their attempt to try to get people energized to watch the All-Star game, I don't think really did the job. The halftime show was good. Um, but I could you heard Draymond Green. I mean Draymond Green. He was talking shit the whole time, talking how it sucks and stuff like that. And it was true. Like there's certain aspects of it where it was like the rising stars, like they weren't really all stars. Why are they playing? Um, I thought that it sucked that it. I mean, not suck, but it was like it would have been better if LeBron James was playing. If um, what's the ball player from Minnesota? The one who
Anthony Edwards.
second.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards?
Edwards, yes. Anthony Edwards. If he was playing, um, yeah. And then I was surprised he wasn't even in the All-Star. What's the dude that just got traded to the Lakers? The white dude. I mean, not the white dude, but the
He
well,
is white. Luca.
yeah, Luca. Like he wasn't even playing. So I'm like, that's just weird. Um, so but other than that, I think that there were some good points. I mean, as I mentioned before, the halftime show was good. Um, which was funny because in our last Motivation Mondays, we were talking about E40, and then it happens to be that he was performing at the NBA halftime show, which I was like, okay, this is this was actually was good, and with like the other artists. Um,
Yeah, E40 is a big West Coast legend with Cali. He's from the
Hmm.
Bay Area. He's one of the top rappers in Cali. Besides Snoop,
mhm.
he's like top five, definitely.
Oh yeah, old school rapper. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
what
but
else?
I ain't watched them like, in so many years, man. I started watching them when they start worrying about everybody's popularity and they just be letting dudes score. It's fun as also you want to see you want to see the stars, but man, I want the game, man. If you're a true sports fan and all that, you want to see the. That's why I don't really watch sports no more, man. They started to put entertainment into it too much,
And they
taking the
definitely had
pureness of the
entertainment.
games. Look at what they talk about next year, man. They basically like they trying to have flag football next year.
Hmm.
Well, let me put it to you like this. That movie Will Smith, I forgot the name of it, but the movie Will Smith when they exploited the CTE, um, a lot of people were scared to let people know that football players were catching CTE. And do you know why?
Man,
Because they knew mothers were going to take their sons out of Little League football, Pop Warner football.
Mm.
mm,
It was going to ruin the generational wealth of the sport.
The pipeline of players. Yeah.
It starts with the children. And it's
yeah,
unfortunate to say this, but football needs children. They need the children
yes,
to learn how to be tough, learn how to take a hit, learn how
yes.
to tackle, learn how to go down and come right back up. That's how football was created. But now it's like, don't hit my son. You know what I mean? So,
Mm,
so it's kind of different. And then it draws to basketball because everyone's saying, oh, basketball got soft. If you look at
yes,
old flicks of Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and even like whatever, Bill Russell, whoever, like they were really going at each other. And now the league has made it to a point where even if you like cough on a player, you might get fined or if you might get thrown out the game. So a lot of things softened up in sports, you
Hey,
know.
yo,
Some
see,
exactly.
I
So
put
how could you like even with the stats now of basketball, like how can you compare? Because the league themselves said they transitioned the game so they could be higher scoring games.
hmm
So you know what I mean? So it's like how can you compare? How can you compare records? 'Cause you see
well,
back then it was an amazing thing to see a game to go to 100. You know what I mean? Now
yeah,
they want to see 130, 140.
I think it's just it's not good for the game. It dilutes the game. It doesn't bring authenticity to the game. You know what I mean? And you take away all the genuine moments because you want things to be hypened up, you know? So to me, I like the old fashioned way of the game is played, even though I do appreciate them being safer with the children, with the footballs and stuff, head hits and everything else. That's appropriate. You don't want kids
It's
walking
like
around with
it's like the
concussions.
Super
Hmm?
Bowl, man. It's like the Super Bowl. Look what happened with Taylor. Like they got the whole stadium booed him. You know what I mean? Like And that shouldn't even be going on in football. We shouldn't have to worry about that type of stuff, man.
Hey, yo, Dr.
Well,
Howard raised his hand.
Taylor
He
got
has
involved
something
in
to say.
politics. I think that's why she got booed because she got involved in politics.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, fellas, Dr. Howard raised his hand.
Go on, Dr. Howard.
Yeah, peace. That's why like on my job, I always try to get parents who has young athletes, because some of them come to buy supplements for their kids. I always make sure that they know to get them magnesium, because magnesium, it strengthens the bones, it strengthens their teeth, and it helps with relaxation at the end of the night. So after a stressful game, magnesium in their system will help release those endorphins that will keep them cool and would have a better night's sleep than stressing over losing a game or not being called or getting the right amount of time on the field or the court. You know what I mean? But I definitely instill that magnesium for the young athletes, even for us as adults. Magnesium is great to keep our bones nice and strong, keep our teeth nice and strong, and for a little relaxation through melatonin dispersion.
Okay, that's good stuff. That's good. Now I'm gonna wrap this. Now that's good stuff. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much sports medicine. You know what I mean? Natural sports medicine. Yes, indeed. Now I'm gonna
Word.
wrap it up with this last one. Now for the All-Star game, the format, I would like to always see the East versus West. I always think it's a bigger competition, but I do like the way the players were talking about, all the All-Stars going against the world. Players from like Italy, Serbia, Czech Republic, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever the country may be, Australia, all the All Stars in the world make a team to go up against the NBA All Stars. I think that would be more fun, might be more challenging. They don't know each other, so it might be getting more physical. And I just think that should be the next format. I think it should be the NBA All Stars versus the world. Now I can go around and anyone can let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think I should keep the same format with the Shaq's OGs and stuff like that, or do you think they should change it up?
I like what you just said. I like what you just said. I love that idea. Love that. That sounds real good.
I
That
like
sounds like
what you said, see.
competition.
I like what you said, see.
I
I
ain't even
want to see
into sports,
competition.
but yeah, and I remember I'm like reminds me of back in the day when they used to do the All Stars. That's dope. I
Yep.
like
Mhm.
It's
that.
gonna be competition. That's gonna be competition.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
excited
when
as hell to hear
Michael,
Whatever
about that.
when
happened to Paul
Michael,
Pierce, y'all?
when my,
Who?
he does
Paul
a,
Pierce.
he does
Remember
TV.
he
Where's my
wilded
man
out,
Ray
man.
Allen?
Nah, he wilded out. You remember he wilded out with he had fun. Paul Pierce, he had fun. You know what I mean? The man went out and he basically lived his life. But
What
he
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 do
forgot that
again?
he was in a
He snitched.
he
Oh shit! Who said that?
he forgot that
My
Yo,
he
boy
who
was in a
said
Key,
that? Cause
position where
I
he
heard
can't be
that
doing
too.
stuff like that.
my boy Key said he snitched.